Hello, Chair, members of the committee, and the public. Adam Smith, City Manager's Office, here with a presentation on accepting a grant from the California State Department of Water Resources for $1 million for the Santa Clara River Levee 3 construction project. Excuse me. The recommendation is that the Finance and Governance Committee recommends that the City Council adopts a resolution authorizing the city to enter into an agreement with the state of California Department of Water Resources to receive funds for the Santa Clara River Levee construction project, and authorizing the city manager or designee to execute the agreement on behalf of the city. 2, accept a grant from the State Department of Water Resources in the amount of $1 million for the levee construction project. And 3, authorizing the city manager or designee to execute the grant agreement, submit financial reports, grant claims, and approve the necessary budget appropriations for the use of the grant funds. A little bit of background. As part of the state's fiscal year 23-24 budget process, the city, in partnership with Assemblymember Bennett, Assemblymember Irwin, and Senator Monique Limon, successfully obtained $1 million in state funding for the state's Department of Water Resources, from the State Department of Water Resources for the Santa Clara River 3 levee completion project. Just to align geographically what we're talking about, SCR3, which is divided by 4 reaches or segments, which you can see on the screen from west to east, is an earthen levee system that's constructed by the county in the 1960s. The first 3 reaches, reach 1, 2, and 3, again from west to east, were redone and completed in February 2018, which extend from the downstream limits of the project at Victoria Avenue to the point where Ventura Road begins to parallel the Santa Clara River. Reach 4, which is incomplete and is the subject of this report or presentation, extends from that point upstream to the Highway 101 crossing and the downstream limits of the separate levee, SCR1, which is north in the western corner of the map. Upon completion of the project, SCR3, the levee, will be able to achieve FEMA levee certification. The $1 million contribution that this report is referencing will help provide crucial funding for the completion of Reach 4 of SCR3. The city is acting as a pass-through for the $1 million from the state by entering into a yet-to-be-presented agreement to City Council between the city and the county for the construction and completion of Reach 4. The county is the lead agency for the SCR3 construction project. The Ventura County Watershed Protection District, which is the lead agency, provides generally for the control and conservation of flood and storm waters and the protection of maintenance of watercourses, watersheds, levees such as SCR3, and life and property from damage or destruction from storm flows or flooding throughout the county. This funding agreement will outline the terms and conditions of the funding transfer, as well as the responsibilities of each party and the timeline of the spend down for the project. Reach 4 of SCR3 will provide flood protection to residents south of the levee system and protect vital public infrastructure, which includes a former cogeneration plant, a golf course, 3 municipal landfills, a hotel, a Union Pacific Railroad bridge, 2 schools, and significant transportation corridors in North Oxnard, including West Gonzales Road and Ventura Road. Progress on completing the levee is continuing. Just last month, on October 29th, the Ventura County Board of Supervisors approved the Watershed Protection District's plans and specs for the SCR3 levee project and awarded a construction contract. Staff with Watershed Protection have estimated that this construction will begin by the end of this calendar year and last approximately 2 years. On the financial impact, there's no match requirement from the city for this grant. Grant revenue of $1 million will be recognized and appropriated to the State Grant Fund 210. As I reported earlier, study staff will return in early 2025 with a funding agreement between the city and the county's Watershed Protection District to transfer the State Department of Water Resources funding from the city to the county to help fund the SCR3 construction project. And there's no impact on the general fund for approving this agreement. Lastly, just end where we began with the recommendation is for the Finance and Governance Committee to adopt a resolution authorizing the city to enter into agreement with the state to receive funds for the SCR3 construction project and authorizing the city manager or designee to execute the agreement on behalf of the city, accepting a grant from the state in the amount of $1 million for the Santa Clara River Levee construction project, and finally authorizing the city manager or designee to execute the grant agreement and submit the financial reports, grant claims, and approve the necessary budget appropriations for the use of the grant funds. And that completes my presentation. Thank you.